energy to start the game was terrific, and I think that's important for us. And then, of course, I thought Jimmy all around throughout the game was terrific, and then big shot after big shot in the fourth quarter. But I also thought we got a lot of key performances out of a number of different people. Watching the way Josh played, in a game like that was huge for us. And I thought Cat, his all-around game was terrific. 6 assists, 4 blocks. He did a lot of good things, and I thought our bench was real good again. So that's a plus.
Cat had a few of those outlet passes. I mean, big time to kind of trigger that break and get you some easy buckets.
Yeah,
that way.
and again, I like the shots, our threes that we got. I thought we had good rhythm threes, and I thought guys were looking to make plays for each other. It makes the game easy for everyone. And then when we get stops and we can get into the open floor, those easy buckets are huge for us.
They like to run. You guys held them to 15 fast break points tonight. What was kind of the key to slowing
they scored. They scored the ball easy because of the versatility of their lineup, and when they release too, they challenge shots and then they release long. So it poses a lot of problems. But I thought our guys made really good effort to get back. And like when you look at 120 points, that's still a lot of points, but that's sort of where our league is right now. We got to continue to work at it, and we're capable if we make the commitment. So I think it's important to come out, particularly at home, to we know we didn't play well in the last home game, but to bounce back and to play with great effort, I think is important.
It seemed like Jimmy was trying to set up the long ball quite a bit in the first half, a lot of open threes as a result of his penetration. And then in crunch time, instead of crab dribbling down near the basket, it was a little bit more perimeter ball movement. A little bit of, a better crunch time game than perhaps before.
Yeah, and I think that's the challenge. The challenge, what you have, particularly when you're facing a team like that, like when they downsize and they go to switching, sometimes it's hard because you see a mismatch and you hold on to it too long. And I thought we kept it moving better, and I think that's also important. And then, and attacking the defense before it's set, I think that's gets you an advantage also.
Is it nice to see your team can indeed play well in the first 10 minutes of the game?
I'm sorry?
Is it nice to see your team can indeed play well in the first 10 minutes of the game?
Yeah, just the start of the game is, like when you play from behind, it puts you at a big disadvantage. And so playing with a lead and playing tough with a lead, that's important in this league.
Tom, LeBron had great stats. It still seemed like you were able to keep him relatively in check, if that's even possible. But how did you see kind of Jimmy and really the team in general try to control him as much as can be possible?
Yeah, like a guy like that, you just try to make him work as much, and he's got the ability to. He can play him perfectly, and he can still make plays, and that's the strength, the mental strength of Jimmy. He doesn't get dissuaded by if he makes a tough play. He comes back the next time and he plays him again. And I think you have to have that mentality. And I thought he probably missed a couple that he normally makes, but he puts a lot of pressure on your defense, and he's going to make you pay for mistakes. And the shots he creates for them also is. It's tough, and they've got some really good young players, and then they've got the experience of, a guy like Rondo, a Lance Stevenson. I think they're getting a lot out of McGee. It's a very talented team.
Coach, Derek has been playing long, extended minutes and bringing that energy, but he is a player who plays with so much energy. Do you ever have concerns about him being able to kind of hold that for a whole 12, 15 minutes at a time?
Well, I think he's in great shape and he's healthy for the first time. So, his minutes are probably, I'd like to see him in that, 26 to 28 minute area. So, and right now we're, shorthanded with Wig. So, but I think it's important for him to, be in rhythm. And he does, right now he's bringing a lot of energy to our team, and we need energy, and we need downhill, and that's one of his strengths.
Is Okogie making a case for a 10-man rotation?
He played awfully well tonight, So, I've said this to you guys from the start. You just like him. You just like his energy, and he makes things happen. He's not perfect, but he's learning, and he's eager, and every day he comes in with a great attitude. So, yeah, and I like that he's taking advantage of when he does play.
Tom, did you guys just need this rebound after Friday not going obviously the way that you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, I think you have to have, a mentality too to understand, the course of a season, and there will be some ups and downs, and how you deal with both are important. Like if things are going well, if you start to feel too good about yourself, you're usually going to get knocked down, and then you also have to know how to lift yourself up when things aren't going your way. So I think, there's important lessons to be learned. I think 2 days of practice was good for us, just from the standpoint we had a very unusual start to our season in terms of travel. So it limited, the times we could practice. But that's why you have to make the most of, your time, whether it's a shoot around or walk through in a ballroom, a film session, whatever it might be, because you have to develop those habits to be great at all of them, because that's a big part of the league. Like sometimes you're in stretches where you're not going to be able to practice a lot, and then there's other times where you're home for an extended amount of time, which allows you to practice, and then you can obviously work on things on the floor.